everybody, back in Mattie's kitchen. Today I'll be cooking some old-fashioned collard greens. Here they are, fresh and picked, okay? And my meats will be salt pork. This is soft pork, and this is some pretty salt pork. You can buy a slice or you can buy it not sliced. And ham hocks, you know. And my vegetables are this onion. These are green onions. And this is a jalapeno pepper. And these are fresh collards. And my dry ingredients, maybe, I always use this right here because it's seasoned a little bit and they're not really hot. This is crushed red peppers and salt, pepper, and a little hot sauce too. Seems like it's a lot. Okay, and I'll also be using some vinegar. You know, I forgot to mention that I use vinegar too. This is just white vinegar. And the first thing I do is I wash my greens. I wash my greens. These are already washed. And I wash them leaf by leaf. And I take them and put them together. After I wash them, I pre-wash them. After I wash them, I take and fold them together. And taking a knife, I do just like this right here. See, fold them together. See how they're cut? And these are already cut. And I'm taking a little knife and I cut them small because they look better when you cut them small sometimes. Just cut them like this, roll them together and cut them after you wash them. Now, you don't have to wash leaf by leaf, but I always do because I don't like worms. I work in my garden, and I know that worms is on most a lot of them. When I do my flowers and stuff, I see worms, so I see them, and I'm not scared of them, but I sure don't want to eat them. Okay, so that's how I'm cutting this right here. They're already washed. And see these greens right here? I'm gonna tell you a trick about greens. I'll tell you a trick. Okay, it seems like this is a lot of greens, but it's not. And if your greens is fuller than your pot, you know, over your cup, over your pot, the best thing you can do, and I learned this right here, just take you some aluminum foil and put it in the oven and let them cook about 10 minutes till they steam and they'll go down. So these, I'm gonna use this pot probably. I'll probably use this one. And sometimes I change to this pot. This is my favorite. You see me cook with this pot all the time. But after they shrink, I'm probably gonna change pots. So, okay, I'm gonna take my time now. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the ham hocks and put them in this pot. Cook them. All you can do is put some water in here and let them cook for about 30 minutes because the reason I'm gonna let them cook for 30 minutes is because the ham hocks gonna take longer than the greens. So I don't want my greens to get mushy. So I'm gonna just let them cook for about 30 minutes. And after 30, all it takes about 30, 40 minutes. I'm gonna let them cook for about 30 minutes till they get a little softer. You don't want no tough. Your greens be cooked and your ham hocks not. So I'm going to take this and put them in there, but make sure you save the water. Don't let it cook all the way because some of this juice is going to go on the greens. So I'm going to see you all in about 30 minutes. I'm going to let these cook a little bit till they get a little tender. I don't want them to don't cook them till they fall apart. It's okay if you do. You'll just have the meat all the way through. Now, I just like to cook it with I don't like for my ham hocks to break up because if you don't want to eat the ham hocks, if you don't want to shorten your greens, I don't have to. Okay, while my ham hocks is cooking, I'm gonna put the salt pork, spread it out. I probably won't use all of this. And when I really, reason I'm using this, I like a little the grease because that's how we did it, old-fashioned grease. And it tastes so much better. Now, like I said, if you don't eat pork, you can put turkey, smoked turkey. But I guarantee you, if you like greens like I do, the ham hocks and the salt pork taste better to me than smoked turkey. Now, the turkey is probably healthy, it's better for you than this, most likely. But, and you don't eat this every day. This is, like I said, when I cook for like special occasions. I don't be trying to cook, you know, like this every day because I wouldn't dare eat like this every day. But for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, honey, I want my stuff to taste good. I want to put a dinner out, and I want to say, well done. Okay, I'm getting ready to put these in the oven. I got the oven in about, I got the oven, I'm going to have it, I preheated, it'll be 350, because all you want to do is brown like bacon. How bacon look, because you want the grease from it. And you're going to put some of the grease in your greens. Okay, I'm getting ready to put this in the oven, and I'll see you in about 30 minutes, like I said. Okay, y'all, my ham hocks cooked as good as I want them to cook. And the salt pork, it cooked. I really just want the salt from it. I'm glad I don't have no grease. Now, the good part is most times you don't have that much grease in it, but that's good enough. That's how I want it. So I'm gonna take and put the ham hock. No, first I'm gonna go and season it. I'm gonna season it first. I'm gonna put some chopped onions. Put some chopped onions. Let's put a few on here. I chopped them up. I already chopped them up. Like I said, you can chop your vegetable big. It doesn't matter because it's going to cook anyway. It's going to cook away because it's going to take these greens about a good hour and a half to cook. So here's my green onion. These are green onions that I cooked. I cut up. And I'm going to put only, in here, I'm only going to put onions and green onions. White onions and green onions. Okay. And a little garlic. Here's some garlic. And here, garlic. Okay, a little more garlic, and I'm gonna take and put this pepper in here. This is just a little this pepper. This is a jalapeno pepper. Cut some of it off. Put it in there. I normally only put about 5 pieces in there because I don't want it to get too hot. And most time it's not. It seems like it is. So I got this in here. I'll put a little bit more onions in it. Okay. Put a little bit more green onions in it. Okay. Now what I'm going to pour in here, I'm going to put a little pepper. Sprinkle all this on top of it because the season, when you sprinkle pepper and seasoning on it, and you season, you put it on top because once it starts getting hot, the seasoning gonna go all through it. Instead of putting it on, you know, down at the bottom, you should always put it on top. All your vegetables and your season should go on top of what you're cooking. Okay. And put a little salt. I don't need much salt because I'm gonna use this right here is salt from the meat. Put a little salt on here, not much. Make sure it come out slow. Okay. Okay. If needed, I'll put some more salt. I always taste it before I put a lot of salt in. And this is a little sugar. Because greens are better. You don't need much. The seasoning is gonna be good with what I'm seasoning with. And I always put a little vinegar in mine. That's what my mama did. I don't know why, but she put it in and make it taste good. These be some kind of, not too spicy green, but they taste pretty good. And I put a little hot sauce in it. But you think I'm really getting the hot, but it don't be hot. My food never be hot. Put some of that in there, just a little bit on top. And all this going on top. Okay. And I'm going to put I ain't gonna put the pepper in yet, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the ham hocks and put this on top of this right here. They almost done. By the time the greens get done, they'll be done all the way. Put that in there, and I'm gonna take the juice from the ham hock and I'm gonna pour it in here so I can get this salt in here. Okay, mix it up. I'm not gonna put all this meat on here, just a little bit. Now, like I say, you don't eat this every day. You only eat it, you know, like special occasion. The greens be so good. They really do. Put this on. That's how that looks. That looks good. I'm going to pour the juice in here. The salt in here. I'm going to pour this on top of it. That's how I cook my greens now. And these greens be so jamming. And when you're cooking greens, don't put a lot of water in there because they make water. They make water, and you keep, and see this water here? If you need some more juice, this is from the ham hock. So save this right here in case if you need more juice. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cover this up, and once it cooked for about maybe a good hour or so until when they shrink down, I'm gonna check it and season it again and see what I need on it. Most time I don't need too much on it. So I'm gonna cut the stove. I'm gonna cut it back medium until it start cooking. And one thing, you need to check your greens because your green can stick. And what I might do, I might change, once they come down, I might change the pot to a thicker pot. And the reason I use this pot is because I had a lot of greens. And what I really wanted to do, I just want the greens to shrink, and then I might put them in another pot. But if they're cooking good, I'll keep it in here. And once it's done, if you don't want this pork, you can throw it away, but I eat my pork. I love it. And you can take it off and set it aside and just have your greens, but I'll show you that too once they cook. So I'm gonna cut this stove up, and what I do is I use aluminum foil because I wanted to curb up. I got a top to go this, but I want these to shrink down, and I want so it can start cooking. So I cover it up really good. You don't want no air to get in this until it starts cooking, and I'll show you that later. So let this cook about, until you'll see every stove is different, like I said. But make sure you check them, and don't have the stove too high. Once my greens shrink, I'll be back and show you what to do. Okay then. See how good they look? They're still not done because you see the green. See how the green there? It's got to be a little color. Most of it should be a little darker than that. Okay, shouldn't be really green. Okay, these been cooking for about 45 minutes, like I said. They almost done. I said a good 30 minutes they'll be done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna taste them. See what I need in them. That's all I'm gonna taste. Okay, cut this down because it's boiling. See, you don't want to burn. And I did change the pot, y'all, because I like this. This is my favorite pot. Okay. No pepper. It's not hot, but I don't need no pepper. See the water, how much water you don't need? I might add a little bit, just a tap, but not much. See how the peppers cook and the onions cook? And here's the meat. You don't even see that salt pork. It's kind of just a little bitter, but not. I'm going to put a little sugar in here, just a little bit. Okay. That's about all I need. I'm going to let these cook. See how they look? Now these are some greens, honey, I'm telling you. It's got to taste. I'm going to cut it down real low. And I might put a tapper, juice it. No, I don't need no. Here it is right here. I might put just a little because I don't want it. And this from the ham hocks, y'all. Remember? Put some of this in here. Okay, let it cook. And I'm going to let this cook low for about, until they get done, because I don't know how long they're going to take. But they looks good. Ain't too much water. And that's how you want your greens to look. And okay, then I'm going to cut them down low. They low. And I'm going to let them cook for about another 30 minutes. But I'm going to check them in between. Probably about 15 minutes, I'll check them. Okay, then see you in about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, y'all. The greens are ready. They're ready to go on the plates. Ready to eat. And I think they're good. The meat is done. See, the meat is done. Like I say, you don't have to eat this meat, but the vegetables are gone. It's good. I taste these greens, honey. They are so good. They ain't got a lot of water in because I don't like greens swimming in water. It looks pretty good. Okay. Okay, y'all. Here's the finishing touch. This is the green without meat. And here's the green with the meat. Like I say, if you don't like the ham hocks, you got to... your diet, you don't need a lot of fat and pork in your diet, then cook it with turkey. It'll taste, I like it better, and most people eat green with ham hocks or some kind of pork, but turkey will be fine as long as you season it, like the way I turkey seasoned, how I did it. And this is it, y'all. I hope you enjoyed my collard greens. I hope you, when you get ready to cook yours, follow my directions, and they should look just like that. And make sure you tune into my other videos. I'll be doing some other things for Thanksgiving. I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving dinner. Like I said, I cooked the turkey. Now here's the the greens and ham hocks. And don't forget to subscribe to Mattie's Kitchen. I thank you very much. And make sure you have a happy Thanksgiving. I'm cooking for your Thanksgiving dinner. Thank you.